Forget grand gestures. Your destiny is being woven in the smallest moments you overlook. We're challenging the conventional wisdom that big decisions define us, revealing instead how seemingly insignificant micro-choices act as quantum levers, collapsing possibilities and shaping your future. Get ready to understand how your identity, your success, and your very self are continuously being built by the choices you barely notice. Let us start with something you probably did this morning, the butterfly effect of a morning coffee. Think about it. That alarm goes off. Do you hit snooze? That one choice ripples. Hitting snooze means you're now rushing. You skip making your own coffee and grab an expensive one on the way. The sugar spike gives you a quick high, but then a crash. You're less focused, more irritable. You're running late, so you miss that casual chat with a colleague where a great idea might have sparked. All from one tiny decision. Now, imagine the opposite. You get up on time, you make your coffee, maybe even sit for 5 minutes in silence. You arrive at work calm, centered, and early. You have that chat. Your energy is stable. Your day unfolds with a sense of control and momentum. This isn't luck, it's momentum stacking. Tiny early wins create more wins. Each small action is like a domino tipping sideways into a new, more aligned lane of events. We call this the quantum ripple. That one small action, like replying to a message you've been avoiding or journaling for 2 minutes, can literally open up entire branches of alternate futures. I've seen this in my own life. There were periods where my creativity felt completely blocked. Then I started a tiny micro-ritual, just 5 minutes of meditation each morning, that's it. On days I did it, my brain felt different. I could solve problems that seemed impossible the day before. On the days I skipped it, the fog returned. Science backs this up. Even short meditations can shift activity in your frontal lobe, the hub of problem-solving. These tiny rituals, whether it's lighting a candle or a quick stretch, are signals. They condition your brain to enter a different state, a more resourceful one. This brings us to the quantum entanglement of your thoughts. A thought is not just an abstract puff of air. It's a real physical event. It's neural activation. It's behavioral priming. When you think a thought, it starts building the blueprint for your next decision. The neuroscientist Donald Hebb famously said, "Neurons that fire together, wire together." Every time you repeat a thought, positive or negative, you are physically strengthening its neural pathway. You're literally paving a highway in your brain. So if you constantly think, "I can't do this," your brain gets really, really good at finding evidence for that and guiding your actions accordingly. Your thoughts are actions, at the neural level, setting the stage for what you do next. So how do we take control of this? Through conscious thought shifting. This isn't about just thinking positive. It's about practical techniques. Journaling is one of the most powerful. It takes your subconscious, swirling thoughts, and brings them into the light of conscious awareness where you can actually deal with them. Another is a gratitude practice. It sounds simple, but it fundamentally rewires your brain's default mode network towards seeing possibilities instead of threats. And then there's self-talk. The phrases you repeat to yourself literally train your inner voice. Adopting a simple mantra like, "I can do hard things," and repeating it when challenged can completely change your response to stress. These micro shifts in thought create macro-level emotional stability. And this is where it gets really deep. These choices and thoughts don't just affect your day, they build your identity. Think about it. Everything you consume, the books you read, the accounts you follow, the food you eat, is a micro-vote for the person you are becoming. This creates a powerful feedback loop. You make a small choice, say, to go for a run. That action reinforces a self-image. I'm a person who runs. This identity then makes it easier to make the same choice tomorrow. It's a recursive loop. You don't find yourself. You build yourself, one micro-decision at a time. Your identity isn't some fixed, concrete thing you were born with. It's an emergent property, constantly being created by your moment-to-moment choices. Every small decision is a vote for the person you want to be. This is the power of compounding destiny. We all understand compound interest with money, but the same principle applies to everything. James Clear talks about the 1% rule. If you get just 1% better at something each day, you'll be 37 times better in a year. The transformation is massive, seemingly magical, but it's just the math of aggregation. Think about learning a language just 10 minutes a day. In a year or two, you're fluent. Saving just $5 a day becomes thousands per year. Even in relationships, a small daily act like saying a genuine thank you to your partner can completely transform the dynamic over time. But what about the sheer number of choices? Experts estimate we make up to 35,000 decisions a day. Most are unconscious, but each one consumes cognitive bandwidth. This is decision fatigue. The small choices you make in the morning, what to wear, what to eat, drain your mental battery, leaving you with less willpower for the big, important decisions later. This is why people like Steve Jobs famously wore the same outfit every day. They were preserving their decision-making energy for what truly mattered. They created routines to automate the small stuff. This is a battle between intentionality and entropy. The natural state of the universe and our lives is to drift towards chaos. Every micro-decision you make with intention is an act of rebellion against that drift. Brushing your teeth, making your bed, writing a to-do list. These aren't just mundane chores. When seen through this lens, they become sacred acts of asserting your identity against the pull of disorder. Here's the brain science again. It's not just neurons that fire together, wire together. It's also use it or lose it. This is called synaptic pruning. When you stop using a thought pattern or a behavior, your brain literally prunes that neural connection away to conserve energy. So, every micro-decision you make is either solidifying or dissolving a version of you. Your brain is constantly acting as a prediction engine, simulating potential futures based on your next move. Every choice is a micro-bet on a particular version of reality. When your micro-decisions are aligned, they create a coherent identity and a clear direction. But when they are misaligned, saying you want to be healthy but consistently choosing junk food, they create internal conflict and fragmentation. You're not just living your life, you're telling yourself the story of your life. Every micro-decision is a sentence in that story. Ask yourself, are you writing the story you actually want to live? This also impacts how the world sees you. Your small actions, how quickly you reply to an email, whether you show up on time, if you follow through on a tiny promise, are micro-signals. You are constantly training others on how to treat you. Over time, this creates a reputational gravity. People start reacting to the version of you that you've been signaling, creating a reality that mirrors the choices you've made. But beware of anti-momentum. It's not just about building up. Tiny decisions can also chip you away. Skipping your workout. Just this once isn't the problem. The problem is the signal it sends to your brain. I'm the kind of person who skips things when I don't feel like it. These tiny breaks in consistency can spiral into negative momentum much faster than we realize. And this isn't just in your head. Your body encodes your identity too. Your posture signals confidence or submission, not just to others, but back to your own brain. Taking a cold shower can be seen as tiny, daily trauma resilience training. You aren't just thinking your identity into existence, you are literally moving it into being through these somatic, body-based decisions. So, how do we start? How do you realign your macro reality? First, audit your micro choices. Look for the quantum leaks, the small, unconscious habits that are secretly sabotaging the future you want. Are you scrolling on your phone when you promised yourself you'd read? That's a leak. Second, use choice architecture. Intentionally design your environment to make the best choice the easiest one. If you want to drink more water, put a water bottle on your desk. If you want to stop eating junk food, don't have it in your house. Use triggers, rituals, and your environment to automate your own evolution. The biggest shift in your life won't come from one massive, life-altering decision. It will come from the 50 tiny ones you made today, the ones you didn't even think mattered. They are the quantum building blocks of your reality. Embrace your power as the architect of your life. Start small. Start now. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more ways to master your reality.